there have been a mosaic of problems coming for our campuses. There have been very famous groups like the Heterodox Academy trying to restore civics to the university and honest, hard conversation. And I told them, guys, you're worried about civics. Let me tell you what's happened here. You've been lapped. You're thinking some civics course or some conversation is going to help what's happening on campus. There's going to be bloodshed on campus. This is going to turn into a war. We're so far beyond civics conversations, I don't know where to start. That was 2019, I was telling them this, right before COVID hit. So we saw this coming for a long time, and we began studying it more intently in 2023. We did the largest review ever of the billions of dollars coming into our campuses. We looked at the numbers, we ran analyses on where anti-Semitism was happening. And what we found was where money from foreign countries was going, it was predicting anti-Semitism on campus. This was especially true if the money was coming from authoritarian regimes or from Middle Eastern regimes. It predicted a greater impact on the growth of anti-Semitism and incivility in general across these campuses. And the amounts of money are startling. We're talking about upwards of $70 or $80 billion. These authoritarian regimes, Qatar, China, many of them were deeply embedded in our campuses, and the campuses would say, well, they think they're changing us, but actually it's us that's changing them. Nothing could be further from the truth. It's very clear that by having such openness with near enemies in our own education system, we've permitted systemic indoctrination, the growth of hostile ideologies that are fundamentally anti-American, that are paid for by people who are seeking to undermine the country. And they sense that their greatest opportunity to do so is with anti-Semitism.
It's a context-dependent decision. That's your testimony today. Calling for the genocide of Jews is depending upon the context. That is not bullying or harassment. This is the easiest question to answer yes, Ms. McGill.
If the speech becomes conduct, it can be harassment, yes.
Conduct meaning committing the act of genocide?
That report was sent to Congress, and it pushed out a bill called the Deterrent Act, based on our work to create transparency across where this funding is coming from.
The Deterrent Act strengthens Section 117 of the Higher Education Act, which was intended to protect American universities from nefarious foreign donations. And outside experts uncovered nearly $13 billion in previously undisclosed foreign funds. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
The 501c3 system was also being abused in this. Companies that enjoyed tax exemptions, who are providing curricula to universities, were essentially using those exemptions to undermine the government that was giving it to them. Training students in how to take direct action, to shut down airports and bridges, and to attack Jewish students. And all of it completely unregulated. So if we want to understand why this is happening, we need to follow the money. No one is incentivized to do that, because there's a lot of profit in keeping your eyes closed. So the brands like Harvard and the brands like Columbia and others, buildings with their university aegis are showing up in authoritarian places where women are being killed, where gays are being hung, and there's Harvard, and there's Cornell. Like, how did we let that happen? The problem isn't that these people are doing this. That's predictable. The problem is that they have come to us under the assumption that we don't care who we are as long as we get paid. And it seems like they're right. I'm Joel Finkelstein. I'm the director and the founder of the Network Contagion Research Institute. I was a neuroscientist, so I did my PhD at Princeton, and I teach at Rutgers University, where I train the next generation of analysts who join the CIA or FBI and how to detect threats that are emerging usually from the social cyber domain, but other areas of information complexity. Our work was at the center of the recent TikTok ban. Our research was literally the centerpiece of that effort. Our work has been featured on 60 Minutes. We've been working on both sides of the aisle on threats coming for public health, financial markets, anti-Semitism, Hindu phobia, across the board, very pluralistically, with people in the fields of critical intelligence, machine learning, psychology, and many other fields. I'd gotten involved in this just out of concern for what was happening in social media. 2 weeks before a shooting occurred at a Pittsburgh synagogue, I ran to the Washington Post and I said, guys, I don't know much about this field because I'm just doing this as a hobby, but this looks bad. The meme that the shooter would use was circulating online and growing. We did a history of this meme. We found that its activity was correlated with real world events. And we said, it looks like there's going to be a spillout from this nasty community. That was the community the shooter came from. That was the meme that the shooter would use. And that was 2 weeks before it happened. So we do work with the British government on child harms. We have major partnerships with Reddit. We have high-profile relationships with different government officials. We testify, so we've spoken to a lot of different organizations, the Ways and Means Committee. We speak frequently with Homeland Security. They make a lot of use of our work in order to create investigations. Work that we've done exposing hundreds of millions of dollars coming from the Chinese Communist Party into the American 501c3 system. Tracking that money, understanding how it's creating a spear tip of violent activity on college campuses, simultaneous shutdowns of bridges, ports. You have investigations that actually stop these things from happening at their sources.